Cool.
Not yet. How do you think I'd feel if you die on the track?
3 laps. 3 laps is a lifetime.
Another show that I did not get to see on opening weekend, unfortunately, was F1. This was a show that I was eagerly anticipated just off of that first trailer alone. I love that, well, technically the teaser trailer. I love, just to touch on it quickly, just how, the song "We Will Rock You" from Queen, which I mean is a staple of NASCAR racing anyway. Just how they use that in the trailer to. I love how trailers do this, when certain trailers do this, right? Where they give you an idea of what the show is about, but they don't tell you anything. They just give you an idea of what the vibe is and what the tone is, but they don't tell you anything as to what it's about. And that's what I felt that teaser trailer for F1 did excellently, in my opinion. It doesn't tell you what the main conceit is, or you just know that Brad Pitt is it. Brad Pitt is in it. We boy Damson Idris from Snowfall. He's in it as well too. Much props to him. I'm glad that he getting Hollywood work now. Seeing that Snowfall is over now. But he's it. You know those things, but you have no idea as to what the premise really is about. But it's just the vibe of it that I absolutely love, right? And I didn't even know who directed the film, right? So when the official trailer dropped, I see, Joseph Kosinski did that, the guy who did, Top Gun Maverick, which was in my top 5 for 2023.
But I see hint right here.
Sorry. It's 2022 or 2023? I can't remember. I think it's 20.
What's it? Is I hint right here.
I've been hearing that it is Top Gun Maverick, but with it in NASCAR. I've been hearing that. Right?
Well, there was a movie by the original director of Top Gun. Like, it was a racing movie, right? Days of Thunder. Anybody remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's a little unfair to say it's just straight up Days of Thunder Maverick, but it's kind of Days of Thunder Maverick.
These are Thunder Maverick. I love it. I love it, right?
Very, very similar conceits, similar premise. If you remember the original Days of Thunder is nowhere near as good as Top Gun, and I say it much because I don't like the original Top Gun in terms of story. It have no story. Right?
No, it's a vibe. It's a mid-80s vibe. That's what it is. It's vibes.
Yeah, the mistake they make is try to actually tell a story in Days of Thunder. They don't work at all. Days of Thunder fell hard, fell flat. Didn't work in the box. So I remember it really didn't do good. And that was a big deal at the time. Same Tom Cruise, right? So this time they change it up. They put Brad Pitt at the star. I think what I think is going on is that Tom Cruise, I think, is going to make Days of Thunder. He has a plan to do a Days of Thunder sequel.
So God. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a remake for a second.
Well, a sequel. Like, it's just like you're gonna do the look. Tom Cruise. Look, he don't want to age, right? you want to say a little boy forever, right? So whatever. Like, let him do his thing. Because once the production is good, it's fine. Like, in the end of the day, regardless how you feel about Top Gun Maverick was great because it was a great screen. It looked great, a lot of great special effects and visual effects. But it looked real at the same time. They use a lot of real stuff. And just good filmmaking overall, even though it was predictable as hell. And this is kind of the same thing, right? Here's the thing with this. All I'll say is
before you get into your thoughts, what was F1 about?
All right. So it's basically, again, very similar to Top Gun, where you have a agent, Brad Pitt. He kind of aging out, but he was hot shit back in the day, and then Damson Idris is new hot shit, and he had to kind of train him to ramp him up for the big race. And I forget who's this boy in this boy, Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem had to run in everything, and then you have a girl, of course, that basically it. It's just those conceits playing it out, and they just had to get towards the big race. It's not as shallow as, say, what the Gran Turismo movie was, which I liked. I liked for what it was, right? But this is a little better than that, right? A little better. But this was I felt they could have done more with this as it is. But I'll say here's the problem. One simple problem. If Ford v Ferrari didn't exist, I'd have probably liked this a lot more, right? If Ford v Ferrari didn't exist, but Ford v Ferrari was not only a true story, based on a true story, but also excellent. Like, just really good material, that kind of stuff, right? This one is just like, well, we going into Grand Prix stuff, Daytona, he don't want to race again, he kind of bitter. And it just, like, from an emotional standpoint, it's so predictable and straightforward. But production, it's great. A lot of great sound. I didn't go to IMAX for this, but I wish I did. It looks great on screen. If you like your cars, you'll enjoy it. And as I said, if 4V Ferrari didn't exist, or even the Michael Mann's Ferrari, which was kind of underrated, I know a lot of people dog on it, but I remember thinking, no, this is not that bad. But this is just excellent. This is pretty good. Again, it relies on the production. You have to go and see it on a good screen and can see it big. You can't just watch it just any normal place. It really relies on you needing the IMAX to enjoy it. I'll admit that. Much like with Top Gun Maverick. And Brad Pitt is great in this. Like he really holds it. But then Damson comes through, and Javier Bardem is pretty good. I sorry to say it, I find the female actors were completely forgettable in this. But it's still fine. Like, but they didn't stick with me in any meaningful way. But it just really felt like, again, it's a kind of typical story. So it really felt like just not damsel in distress, but it had to be the girl. Like, it's the girl, and the girl who resistant initially, and then she had to go through because of the main actor's sheer charisma. Is that, and it really played out stuff. But whatever, it's well executed. It's fine. And yeah, I dug this for it was. I had a lot of fun with it. Again, relies on you enjoying just production. It is. Then when you see them cars hitting where the camera angles are, where the thing is, it straight up does what Top Gun did for the jets. It does that for cars, and once you appreciate it, any kind of big car culture stuff, it's solid stuff, and I dug the hell out of this, and yeah, this was pretty good for me. Right, rated, yeah, like an 8 out of 10, mostly because of great production and predictable as hell, much like Top Gun Maverick, but that was expected. Yeah, it's Days of Thunder. Sorry, it's Days of Thunder Maverick, right? I mean, I say that a little unfair, but I can't think of anything else as it is. And yeah, that's about it for me. I had fun with it. It works how it is. Sorry to say it, but if because Ford v Ferrari was so masterful in storytelling and based on a true story, that just ramped that up to almost perfect for me. I think that was my favorite movie for that year, if I remember correctly. And so that's about that. I just I dug this. Again, just good character beats, but really super predictable, much like Top Gun Maverick. And yeah, so that's it. So yeah, Days of Thunder Maverick. I mean, I don't want to say that, but it's kind of that. So whatever, moving on. 8 out of 10. I dig it. It's good.
All right, nice.